Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie, and today I have a haul for you all. A big haul. A really, really big haul. Whoops. So the plan originally was, almost dropped everything just then, to not really buy many books in Jan. And then things happened. In my defense, okay, so there is 18 here. Some I did buy at the very end of 2022, but I'd already done my haul, so it's just going to be a part of this one instead. But apart from those, everything in here, apart from two, were secondhand from op shops, or we went to, when I say we, my partner and I went to a book sale run by a Lions Club and bought some books there. So there's damage, but it's not complete financial damage. It's just space and TBR damage, emotional damage, really. We're gonna jump into it, and yeah, originally the plan was to do a haul in March for Jan, Feb and March, and yeah, here we are. So let's get into it. I don't even know if I can turn. Oh boy. Okay. Where are we gonna start with? Okay. Let's start with the couple that I did get. I think it was literally on like the day before New Year's Eve and New Year's Eve that I got these two. I picked up Alone With You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. A little while before I bought this one, I had bought the Atlas Paradox, which is the second book in the Atlas 6 series by Olivia Blake. And then when I saw this one, I was like, well, I don't need this yet because I have that other book. And I knew that I wanted to reread the first one. So I was like, it's going to be a little bit before I get to that one. So I don't need a completely unrelated standalone by the same author. And then I think I just had a bit of a shitty day at work. And afterwards I was like, I deserve a book. So I went and bought this one, even though I totally didn't need it. But it's not too long, and I do really like Olivia Blake's work, so I'm hoping that I will pick this one up soon. It's such a beautiful cover as well. I love the bright blue, but also I love bees from a distance. That's really cute, and I love the, like, you can't really see this is gold detailing of the, like, honeycomb things, and yep. Excited to have that one, even though I feel like it may sit on my shelves for a while. And then was it New Year's Eve? I don't even remember, but my partner and I went for a little drive down to the coast, and we stopped in a couple of op shops, and I picked myself a copy of Give the Devil His Due by Sulari Gentle. This is, I think, book 7 in the Roland Sinclair series. I'm on book 3 right now. I have been reading them mostly from the library. These are very hard to find in any bookstore or anything like that. So I found 2 of them, which are both later books in the series, and I've picked them up. And I will continue to do that if I find them in op shops or little free libraries or anything. I'll pick them up when I see them. I believe this one is also an ARC, which is very strange because this was a very, very small town that we went to. But yeah, excited for this one. Have been really loving this series. Okay, so they're those ones. Let's jump in with the 2 that I have bought new this year, and then we'll go into the other secondhand ones. Okay, so I had to get these two. I had to. So this is Loath to Love You by Ellie Hazelwood. This is the 3 novellas in the Steminist collection. So Under One Roof. What was a roof? Under One Roof. Under One Roof, Stuck With You, and Below Zero. I've already read this one. Really enjoyed the first one, which is Under One Roof, and felt kind of meh-ish about the other two. But I really liked that first one. I would reread the first one again multiple times. So enjoyed that. And then I also had to get Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute because it's Talia Hibbert. So I got this one at Dimex. It was a special price of $16.99. I don't even really know what this one is about. I believe it's YA though. And it's like ex-best friends turn lovers. And there's like a survival camp or something. And it does mention that the male lead has OCD, and I believe I saw something about it being own voices. So excited for that. And then I have a very weird bunch of things here from secondhand places. Okay, this one here was just from a little secondhand bookshop that I went to maybe 2 weekends ago. This is Barracoon, The Story of the Last Slave by Sora Neale Hurston, who is of course the author of The Eyes Were Watching God. I really enjoyed that when I read that maybe in 2020, and I've always kind of meant to pick up something else by her, but I just hadn't got around to it, and also just never really see them anywhere. So when I saw this one and it's in like basically perfect condition, I was like, yep, gonna grab that one. And it has a foreword by Alice Walker, which is pretty cool. So looking forward to that one. These next couple were from an op shop. I got them last weekend. I had an appointment, and there is a little op shop right near that doctor's office, and it's a pretty good one. I've been there a couple of times before, and they always just have really good books. I think there's someone in the area, I don't know, that just reads the same things that I do. So very excited. I picked up Shrill by Lindy West. I've been meaning to read this one for ages. I really wanted to read Lindy West's newer book. I think it was either a late 2019 or early 2020 release. I think it's called The Witches Are Coming. Anyway, really wanted to read that one. Had never seen this one out in the open, the wild, anywhere, so it was $1. Thought I would grab it. It's a nice little short one too, so I thought that when I'm in the mood for a non-fiction, but I don't want to read anything too big, this will be a good one to pick up. I also got Growing Up Asian in Australia, which is edited by Alice Pung. So this is part of a series, so there's quite a few. There's this one, there is Growing Up Disabled in Australia, there is Growing Up Queer in Australia. There's a couple. They're put out by Black Ink, and they are anthologies of authors. Oh, this one is definitely has been studied. That's okay. I get so distracted by I'm already doing it. I'm already getting distracted by the annotations that other people leave in books. But this looks pretty cool. It looks like there's some like comic in there as well, and lots of other pieces. Looking forward to this one. And then I did get two that I have grabbed for Eurovisionathon because I am preparing myself this year. So the first one I got was The Historian by Elizabeth Kristova, which I started for Eurovisionathon last year. I was reading it as an ebook, and it was just, it's a big one, and it was hard to read as an ebook. So when I saw this again for $1, I was like, let's grab it. I feel like I might start it from the start and maybe skim. I did read a sizable chunk of it. I might kind of remind myself what's happened, but I feel like in those first 100 pages I might not have to pay super close attention, but I will keep it for April. Yeah, April, May, that's right. So looking forward to reading that one and finishing it off finally. And then I also got The Betrayal by Kate Fernval. This one is set in Paris in 1938, and I believe it goes maybe into the war. I don't know, but the last 2 years I've really struggled finding books for France. I don't know why. And I read a lot of World War II fiction around Eurovisionathon because sometimes that's kind of all that I can find and access for particular countries. But this one has kind of been on my radar for a little bit, and it sounds like an interesting read. One of them is a pilot, a female pilot, so into that. Okay, and then I have just this random one here. This is Crime and Poetry by Amanda Flower. This is a first book in a magical bookshop mystery. It seemed cute. It's a bookshop. There's a cat on the cover. You can kind of see him just there. And yes, this may be in a video that you see in a week or two. I'm still working on it. We'll see how that pans out. So there's those, and then this last little stack here is all the one author, and that is Ngaio Marsh. So I have been really good, and I love this series. This is the Roderick Allen series, or Inspector Allen, and I have been like, I think it's a 32, 33 book series, and I've read the first 3 or so, and I was just kind of holding off because it's really hard to find them. She was a New Zealand author, same time as Christie and Dorothy L. Sayers. I really, really enjoy her stuff, but she's very hard to find, so I'd been holding off reading the ones I had because I only had book 4, and I didn't have anything else after that. And then at one bookshop I managed to find the next 2. I can't remember which one is the next one, but I have Vintage Murder and Artists in Crime. And then I went to a different I went to that book sale, and there were a bunch of them, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy them when I see them now, and I will read them, so I'll just collect them when I see them, and then eventually I will have them all and I can be reading as I go. So the ones I got here are Colour Scheme, Opening Night, When in Rome, Death and the Dancing Footman, and as you can kind of see with these covers, they're pretty normal. These ones here, I quite like this style of the one kind of thing in the middle, looks kind of cool. This one here is for a BBC show of it, pretty normal. These ones are kind of strange but interesting. Don't really know. Is this person in the blue meant to be Alan? That's not really how I had pictured him, but going on. And then this is Clutch of Constables, and it's just like jump scare. Like, what is that? Who at Fontana was like, this will be a good cover? What is that? Like, genuinely, what is that? So I feel like I'm gonna have to like put something on the cover when I read this, because I feel like otherwise I'm gonna be reading and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, God, it's a dead woman. So that was my little rant about that. Clearly Fletchy was not a fan. But that is it from me today. That is the things I have. I did buy one other at that op shop, but I want to do a video on it, and I feel like showing it would kind of defeat the purpose of doing the video that I have in mind. Want to keep it a little hush hush, so you may see that at some point in, I'm hoping March, but we'll see how that goes. But that's everything. Trying to not really buy too much in Feb. Have a romance event at the end of the month, so trying to not buy anything between now and then. We'll see how that goes as well. And I'd love to hear if you've read any of these, if you're interested in buddy reading any of them. And I'll catch you all next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.